Good through.
Yeah, I started in the industry in like '93. I got my training at Fila, USA. That was like Fila's second heyday, if you will. And I used to be the director of, first I got my training there, but I was the director of basketball and cross training. So I worked with the Grant Hills and the Chris Webbers and the Jerry Stackhouses of that era, you know what I mean? I actually got a chance to meet Ray Allen. I used to hang out with Chris Webber and, you know, building sneakers from this. So that's where I got my technical background.
Okay.
It was a gentleman there that trained us how to go soup the nuts, actually. So then from there in 97, I left and I went to that spot, Averex. That's back when the AV jackets was popping off.
Yeah.
And I built, that was the first time I went to a company, watch it back.
Yeah.
Built a footwear line from scratch, actually, which is my MO right now. Is I got like an entrepreneur in me where I don't like to go into bigger companies. Long story short, we'll get into some of this later.
Yeah.
I like to go into a small company where I can start it from the ground. The shoes haven't been out in the market already, and it's because the stuff gets tainted and whatnot. Like the consumers are like, yo, this is, you know, the product is already whack, and then I come in and I'm trying to fix a whack brand. It's not a good look, so I like to start companies from scratch. So Averex, I went there in '97. They didn't really have any footwear at all. They didn't have any.
Was it like have a bigger impact, or you think people are more likely to be flexible, the owners?
Less bullshit, you know, bigger impact. You know, the line is clean, so the consumers, you know, you never get a second chance to make that first impression.
When you say less bullshit, what do you mean? Like what are some of the politics that you have to deal with in terms of bigger brands versus smaller?
I went to this particular brand, 2000, paying me a gross salary, crazy salary, quarter $500,000 or whatever. But the brand was like the Titanic. I won't mention it. I'm gonna go into some of this later as we walk it all unfold. This is so much. But you know, when I came into the company, I'm coming in to repair a big giant brand with a hole in it. It's like the Titanic. And but when I come into it, people are like, oh my God, that's Joe. I changed my name. My name is Joe Davis. Oh my God, that's Joe Davis. You know, this guy's gonna take over. I come designers and whatever little, you know, mishmash of designers and sales designers that they have. The politics kicks in real crazy because people think they're gonna lose their job. They don't see it as, wow, we'll all win if this brand takes off. So when I come into situations like that and it's not from the start, the politics is just way too crazy. Way too crazy. I'll just leave it at like that.
There's a lot of patience there, right, bro?
You got to develop you have to develop a skill for navigating. To me, especially because I've been an artist, and we're getting down into my area that I like. I've been an artist since I was 2. I went to special
since 2 years
classes in elementary school, Carnegie Mellon, Saturday art classes, and middle school, junior high. Special art classes at a school called Rogers Kappa. High school, Kappa High School for art. Special college, pre-college. I went to Carnegie Mellon University pre-college courses, Pratt Institute. So I'm a real artist. I actually paint. And I do this and the third. So for me, I'm a beast in footwear.
So is footwear an extension of you just painting or just creating or drawing?
If I get into that, it's gonna get real confusing. Like, I'm a painter. I got a lot of other avenues. I got a label that I'm building.
That's the thing everyone knows you for. Is just the design of shoes.
Since we're here talking, it's probably smart to keep it focused on the shoe end of it. Yeah, in footwear, I'm a juggernaut with colors, with, you know, sculpting the outsoles and drafting outsoles at Fila. They taught us we used to draft on vellum. Like, you have to hand draft whenever you make a sole for a shoe, you have to do what they call a draft. And watch it back, you're gonna get clipped. And when you do the sole for the shoe, you gotta actually do a blueprint for it. Draw the shoe flat, slice it into 4 cross sections across the side and 1 long cross section across the middle. It's a blueprint. I do it on a computer. Like most of the stuff is done in Illustrator, including even the shoe designers, you put CADs together. But back in the day, you used to have to do it by hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Draw the shoe by hand and fax it on the fax machine. There was no email back then. This is how long ago we're talking. You know what I mean?
How long ago was that?
93, 94. The fax and email came into play. Like, I remember. I remember starting emailing 97, 98. That's when it became standard or whatever. Probably a little earlier than that, maybe 96. This is pre-cell phone too. But so yeah, the process is changed the whole lot. Spending money. I got no money. People got money to spend on, you know, consignment shoes. Or not all the time. You got to be a real sneaker freak. It ain't, you know, it's not an industry you can build.
How you define a sneaker freak? When you
sneaker freaks, dudes that got 50 shoes and they climb. First of all, it's an exclusive category because your mother or somebody in your fam got to be giving you enough money for you to all sit around all day long and just cop $200 sneakers. Actually, granted, there's people that love it enough that they just like take they last and buy sneakers.
Yeah.
But a sneaker freak is somebody who has, you know, upwards of 150 shoes, two, three that warehouses full of shoes that fit their size and all these colors. They ain't even wearing them. That's a sneaker fanatic.
Best place for an artist in the world, you would say, to live?
This is crazy. This is Disney World for any, you know, lack of a better description for any creative person. Definitely. Manhattan, very multicultural. Brooklyn is real gritty, but the soul is super deep in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Harlem, super deep soul. And I just think of, you know, it's just a lot of Harlem has a lot of like hood fame, if you will, for the country.
Yep.
You know, it's a famous area, so it has that extra little swag about it actually. And Queens to me is an oddball. Queens is a little different. I mean, no disrespect. And I'm not talking Queensbridge, and I mean Queens in general. We got the houses and you know, houses like you out in the normal other city somewhere.
You're done.
So I mean, I don't know. First and foremost, you know, my name is Yusef, Sirius Ill, and most people probably don't know what that means. You know, being an African American descent in the United States, you know, we have this whole thing that happened as far as slavery and whatnot. So, you know, embracing my Moorish culture, which I rediscovered, big part of me that most people probably wouldn't know about. Another thing. And that's thanks to a brilliant brother named Noble Drew Ali, African American from North Carolina, in the early 1900s. You know, just Google that name, and the brother left a whole template, blueprint. But then another thing is, I'm an MC actually. I have a label called Sirius Ill Records, and been spitting for a long time. People probably don't know that. People probably don't know that I'm a painter, man.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know that. Yeah.
I don't know if I told. Yeah, well, I'm gonna just leave it like that. I can go on and on, man. I got see this tool belt around my waist.
Yeah.
Batman, yo. I got gas and tools and for days. You know, I don't even go into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Man, it's talented.
Thanks, brother.
So would you say you're jacket master, Mini?
Nah, because I'm also a I'm trying to be a strategic thinker. And a businessman in me tells me that there's a certain amount of focus that's needed to be done to do something the right way. Excuse me. I heard I don't know if it was Puff who first I heard reiterate the statement that in order to be good at something, you have to do it for a certain amount of time, and in order to master it, you got to do it for 5 years. So what I've done is analyzing these tools on my belt that I noticed that were there from high school. I said, what am I gonna do with this? You know what I mean? God gives everybody talent for some purpose. What in the world am I gonna do with all these tools? How do I put this? I mapped out my life in stages of 10 years at a time. That might be a little far-fetched for the average person, but I got 10 years that I put into footwear. I'm 15 years in right now. I'm gonna put 10 years into my next thing, my next tool belt. And I can't go. I don't want to give the master plan. I got a bunch of mini me's running around here too.
That takes a lot of patience, man.
Yeah, it's focus. I'm really. I know what it is that I want to accomplish. You know what I mean? So I focus. So 10 years at a time keeps me from being a jack of all trades. You know what I mean? I don't like to be the jack. I like to, if I'm good at something out the gate, I want to put that extra time into it to make sure that I'm head and shoulders. You know what I mean? Over guys.